what's up everyone? Tetric85 here, and welcome to Season 2 of my Newport County Road to Glory career mode. And we are in League 1 after not only getting promoted from League 2, but we ended up getting the League 2 championship. But a few things I want to talk about here. This is going to be my talky bit video, since this is the intro to Season 2. I'll talk about mainly what my transfers have been, what my squad looks like, objectives that the board want me to get as well as the starting transfer budget. I did play the preseason tournament, so I'll talk about that. And but yeah, first and foremost, I want to go here because I do want to talk about the transfer budget a little bit, and it's something that's been on my mind quite a bit. As you can see here, the board, despite winning League 2 and making it to the quarterfinal of the Checkatrade Trophy, the board has only given me $575,000 with a wage budget of $2,700. Now, if you look at my squad, which I'll show here in a little bit, I do think that at least my starting 11 is good enough to get promoted to the championship, but that's not the point. How does the board expect me to compete in League 1 with a budget of only $575,000? That's $25,000 less than the lowest transfer budget in FIFA 19. How am I supposed to build upon the depth of my team if the board is not going to reward me? I mean, if that's going to be the case, you know, what's the point of even fulfilling objectives? Well, other than the fact that, as shrewd as the board has been, that I might end up getting the sack, but they're really not giving anybody any incentives of completing any objectives in this game, if that's all that they're going to give in the transfer budget. And that's what I hate the most about the Switch version of this game. But I really wish I would have the PlayStation version of this game in terms of transfer budgets, because the PlayStation version does have a lot of pros to it. Well, the Switch version has pros in it too. As a matter of fact, that's why I'm playing the Switch version, is because I'm more comfortable with that than most of the new stuff in the PlayStation. But yeah, there's no way, even if I wanted to get somebody decent, I would almost have to sell half my team in order to get somebody with a decent overall in order to compete. And by doing so, that's going to deplete my squad depth, and if anybody gets injured, I'm going to be screwed. So how they... But I should show what the objectives are this season. Oh, you're going to love this. They want me to gain automatic promotion. Now, how am I supposed to do that with only $575,000? I mean, like I said before, I do think my team is good enough to get promoted to the championship, but again, how am I supposed to build up my team if they're pretty much giving me next to nothing on transfer budget? I'm more convinced than ever that Newport County in this career mode is owned by Mike Ashley. And as far as the domestic cup, you know, I was going to do the same thing as last year and just blow off all the cup competitions, but I honestly think that, at least for this season, I want to go on a decent FA Cup run, much like Newport County did in real life. So that is going to be something to look forward to. Hopefully, we'll make it past the round of 32. That way I can get that objective crossed off. Because even though it showed that my objective was crossed off at Domestic Cup last year, the board said that I failed in doing so, which is really having me scratch my head, but it is what it is, unfortunately. So, and I know I talked about my squad twice in the past couple minutes, and here it is. You can see it's pretty much the same as what I showed you in the Season 2 finale my Season 1 finale of this career mode. And there is one big addition, as you can see up top. I did sign Ephemios Kaloris up front to partner alongside Veda Kale, who I got on the pre-contract last year. Now, those of you that watched my Sheffield United career mode know that Ephemios Kaloris is kind of like a hidden gem in this game. I mean, he grows rapidly too, so I'm hoping he does the same thing for this Newport County career mode. But unfortunately, in the first game I'm going to be playing in Season 2 against Luton Town, I'm not going to have him because he's going to be on international duty due to the plane icon by his up above his overall number. Same with Mokoena, Anyes, Boosty, and I'm sure there's a couple people on the bench that's on international duty, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of rotating on my squad, but yeah, it's unfortunate I'm not going to be able to play with Caloris in the next video, but you can already see Mason Cooper, my Star Youth Academy player, is already at a 68. Mokoena and Intiago, I'm going to end up giving them drills again, much like I did last year. My ultimate goal for this season, in terms of squad, is to make sure at least almost everybody on my starting 11 is at least a 70 rated. And my priority right now are my two wide midfielders and my two center midfielders. Those are the ones I want to get to the 70 rating the most. And I think after that, I'm going to concentrate more on the bench because I have a feeling that Ryan Haynes and Carlos Anyes are going to grow naturally pretty decently, so I really don't see any need to train them. But anyway, let's go to transfers. I do have $1 million in transfer budget, but that's after I sold a whole crap load of my players, and I do have a 28 grand wage budget to play with. But just look at transfer history. As you can see, almost every single one of these are departures, except for Caloris. Let's see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 players leaving. And out of those 14... Okay, half of them are out on loan and half of them are sales. So you can see I did sell Matt Dolan to Crew Alexandra for 400 grand. Labadie I sold to Shrewsbury for 240 grand. Andrew Crumps, who's actually retiring at the end of the season, but Peterborough came in for an offer for him. Since I'm strapped for cash, I decided to take it for 140 grand. Same with Pipe, I think he was a 52 rated rate wingback. I sold him to Notts County for 20 grand. Josh Sheehan, 64 rated, but I decided to sell him to Bolton for 700 grand. My other center attacking midfielder, Wilmot, I sold to Shrewsbury for 220 grand. And the big one right here, Jamil Mack, who was not only my leading goal scorer, but also my leading assist getter last season in League 2. I ended up selling him to Forest Green, who are still in League 2, for 450 grand. So, yeah, I said last season I would end up replacing him in the starting 11. But I thought that was just going to be Pavetta Kele. But deep down, I did want a better striker, and I did get that with Caloris. He's only 23 years old, 73 rated. Like I said before, in my Sheffield United career mode, he's growing like a weed, and I'm hoping it does the same thing for me in this career mode. But take a look at the table here. You can see that I'm actually tied with Portsmouth on points, though. Portsmouth have a better goal differential. Yeah, they're at a +7. No, they're at a +9, and I'm at a +7. We both have the same record. And you can probably see that the relegated teams from the championship last year are Bolton, Ipswich, and Rotherham. And the other team that came up besides myself, Mansfield and Swindon, were MK Dons. And the funny thing about MK Dons is that their arch rivals, AFC Wimbledon, actually got relegated to League 2, so we will not be seeing AFC Wimbledon. And another team I won't be seeing this season, which kind of bums me out, but hopefully, maybe I'll see them next year, is Sunderland, because I did want to play them and kick the snot out of them being a Newcastle fan, but I have a feeling that they might not survive in the championship this season, so they might go straight down. Hopefully I'll get promoted to the championship, that way I can go up, that way I won't play them, but if I do end up playing them in for some slight chance in a cup competition, I do want to play against Sunderland. But let's take a look at some. This is the preseason tournament. I ended up beating Lincoln City 2-1. I ended up simming all these games. I did not play any of these games. Semifinals, I beat Walsall 2-1. That's what the group stage looks like. I ended up drawing against Lincoln City in group, but I ended up beating Plymouth Argyle and Blackpool, which is pretty cool. Oh, let me just do this here real quick. A whole bunch of games that I sim too. That's the preseason tournament. My first game was actually against newly promoted MK Dons. I ended up getting a 3-1 win. I ended up going to Portman Road, and I drew 1-1 against newly relegated Ipswich Town from the league championship. Grimsby Town, I don't remember, to be honest with you. Let me see. Oh, I did beat them in the Carabao Cup. I must have beat them on penalties. I did draw 1-1 after extra time. Coventry City ended up beating 2-0. Wickham I ended up beating 2-0. Barnsley, I ended up losing this match. I do know for a fact I ended up losing this match against Barnsley, which is no big deal. It's just a Carabao Cup. And Rotherham, newly relegated alongside Ipswich Town, I ended up getting a 2-1 win on the road of beating the Millers. So, and that. Oh, and here's a Checkatrade Trophy game against Bradford City. I ended up getting knocked out straight away by them 2-1. So the Bantams ended up knocking me out. Much like they did. I think they knocked me out last season in the Carabao Cup, so Bradford City has ended up having my number on me so far in this career mode, so... But yeah, I think that... Oh, I do want to show the squad here real quick before I end this video. The next video will be against Luton Town. I pretty much talked about most of the team already, but you can see Boosty already grew by 2, Anya's grew by 1. Bashiri grew by 1, so did Ryan Haynes. Marsh Brown has already grown by 1. Mason Cooper's already grown by 3, which is nice to see. Vedekele did actually start the season on a 66. He did drop down in overall, but he ended up gaining it right back during the preseason tournament, so that's good to see. Bliska, 62 rated. Bevan. Karunian is already grown by 1. He's at a 62. Good to see. Dimitriou, 64 rated. My backup center back. Baker is already grown by 1. He's at a 64. Butler's grown to 66. And just look at some of these. Tyreek Baconson's grown by 1. Kennedy's grown by 1. Which I didn't realize he was 65 rated. Holy crap. Aziz is at a 60. He's actually somebody that I'm willing to sell because eventually I do want to switch to a 4-3-3 formation where I only have 1 striker, so I'm looking maybe sell him in January. Ledbetter, my backup right back. Franks, I tried selling him, but nobody wanted him, and then all the rest of these guys are out on loan. But there you go. I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to cover in this video. I really don't want to talk too much on here because I do want to start and play this game against Luton Town, so... But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.